Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this episode are those of the GOAT, or the greatest of all titos, and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of all titos or uncles around the world. Possibly a few, but definitely not all.
So this is the third day that I've been, short of saying, obsessing over my next phone, and it being the third day of still choosing between the OnePlus Open or the Nothing 2. Let me just bring you along with my thought process of how or what I look for in a phone that will help me choose what my next phone would be. I am not really particular about like all the tech, all the latest and greatest tech, but basically the ones that are gonna be useful for me personally. So that is how I look at when I choose a phone. Yeah, so let me just go with you real quick the list in no particular order of priority, but basically all the types of specs off the top of my head of what I look for in a phone and that I would like to have on my next phone. So first of all, I am not very particular about screen resolution kasi dami na nagmamalaki dyan, mga 1440p, 4K, 6K, whatever. For me, at least the screen should be at least 1080p with at least 60 frames per second. Yung pinakasikat ngayon yung tinatawag nilang LTPO or low temperature polycrystalline oxide. Galing ko. Basically what it means is it's a type of technology supposedly better than AMOLED that will allow you to para maximize mo the type of screen without it eating too much of the battery. So how does it do that? By constantly adjusting the frame rate as you use the phone. So meron mga times na it's just resting on the desk or something. It doesn't need to be at 60 or 120 frames per second, right? So that technology will basically bring it down to what they're claiming as 1 frame per second, which will obviously help you save a lot of battery. So siguro minimum requirement for screen for me would be 1080p, at least 60 frames per second, pero LTPO yung screen niya. The next would be the type of processor or yung SoC or yung system of a chip on a chip. Ako nga kasi nga because nga I use my phone hanggang masira. I'm not the type who would replace their phone in 2 or 3 years. Then when I get a phone, it has to be the latest and greatest at the time of purchase. So right now, it would be the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Gen 1 pwede pa, that was last year's. But it's parang medyo matagal-tagal na rin yung Gen 1 yan. I think 2-3 years yata yung Gen 1. So Gen 2 is the latest and greatest. Definitely the phone that I'm gonna get should have some form of fast charge. Medyo na-spoil na ako ni OnePlus dyan sa mga fast charge nila, yung kanilang dash charge, warp charge, and now they call it Super VOOC because they're kind of sharing the same technologies with Oppo. Now, each new phone that I get should have a bigger screen than the previous phone that I have had. So this one, the OnePlus 6T is using a 6.41-inch screen, so my next phone should be at least 6.6 or above. Kaya medyo queasy ako or medyo hesitant ako dun sa Oppo because the screen of the Oppo or even the Pixel Fold, medyo hesitant ako because kasi nga yung kanyang bar type form would be like less than 6 inches, but then siguro babawi naman siya because of the bigger screen. I don't know. Pero yun nga, siguro the consideration would be at least 6.6. If it's a foldable, mas maliit yung kanilang pag nakasara siya, that's fine as long as the screen when it's open is bigger. Again, because I was spoiled by my 6T, kailangan medyo mataas ang RAM. At least ngayon, all the other brands have already followed suit. Medyo common na ang 12 to 16 gigs of RAM. Then I would consider a phone that offers, kung may 12, 12. Kung may 16, better. Pero 12 is a good starting point. And then the memory, hindi ako masyadong fan ng mga sobrang malaking memory. Sobrang dagdag gastos yun. I'll be fine with just 256. Any form of security, a fingerprint scanner would be nice. I liked the under-screen fingerprint scanner. It was a novelty, to be honest. Now, mas logical sa akin siguro yung sa power button yung sa gilid. But if the phone that I'm gonna choose has a fingerprint scanner underneath the screen, it's fine. As far as the selfie camera is concerned, one thing that attracted me to the OnePlus 6T was because it was the first that had the teardrop shape na selfie camera. So now a hole punch selfie camera would be fine. I have no problem with that. As far as the main cameras of the phone, hindi ako masyado particular. As long as I could get clear videos, siguro at least 4K and at least 60 frames per second and at least may HDR, then I'm fine. But not the least, the type of connection, since malapit nang mawala ang lighting, it will still be USB-C. Having listed all of those specs, let us go through the two phones that would probably be my options for the next phone. The OnePlus Open and the Nothing 2. Si OnePlus Open, medyo hindi pa tayo ganun ka-sure kung ano yung mga specs niya. Puro speculation pa lang eh. A few days ago, according to mga research ko, the OnePlus Fold, according kay GSM Marina, sabi daw, magkakaroon daw siya ng, yung form factor niya would be similar to like the Z Fold 4, the Vivo Fold 2. So medyo mas mataas siya, mas vertical yung kanyang screen pag nakabukas kaysa dun sa Oppo N2 na medyo horizontal. I am a fan of the horizontal one kasi medyo doesn't make sense when your phone is like this. Tapos when you open the screen, halos ganito din ang form. Parang 'di ba logically na gusto mo pag bubuksan mo siya, medyo parang mas malapad siya kaysa na mataas. But then si OnePlus kasi, I am in love with Oxygen OS. Like what I said in previous videos, ang ganda ng kanyang implementation of Oxygen OS, which is close to stock with the right tweaks. Spec for spec, according to dito kay GSM Arena, medyo chismis pa nga lang daw. But then it might have Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which is what I'm very, very excited for. It would have USB-C. It would have at least a 4800 milliamp hour battery with 67 watt fast charge, which I appreciate. I'm sure pag na-finalize na ni Google yung Android 14 niya, it's gonna roll out into OnePlus as well. So medyo excited ako for that kasi nga it's gonna be an operating system which is specifically built for foldable. Itong si OnePlus Open, medyo hindi pa tayo sure. We'll just have to wait for August when they make their formal announcement to see what the specs are, what's gonna look like. Kasi nga, like I said, when I was researching this yesterday, they were saying na medyo para siyang Z Fold 4. But then, parang today, I read an article that is saying meron nagyayabang na sabi meron na daw sila ng sample unit, and it is similar to the Oppo N2. Now, looking into the Nothing Phone 2, the reason why na-excite ako dito, kasi when the Nothing Phone 1 came out, medyo hindi ako na-excite doon, kasi nga medyo mid-level yung specs niya. And siguro, ang plano ni Carl Payne or ng Nothing team, well, they were just testing out the waters. It's a new phone, it's a new company. So syempre ayaw naman na mag-all out tas baka mag-flop. Good thing it didn't because the Nothing Phone 2 medyo bumawi sila sa specs, which got my attention. So as far as the processor is concerned, they're looking at the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. According to GSM Arena, it's 8 Plus Gen 1. Tapos ganun din, yung RAM 12, merong, so bali, it starts off with 8, then 12 gigs of RAM. Then the memory, or the RAM, or the ROM would be 128, 256, and 512. So siguro ang sweet spot sa akin, as always, is 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage. USB Type-C, 2.0, hindi ko alam bakit hindi pwedeng 3.0, yan ang bago. Fingerprint scanner under the screen, okay, that's fine. 4700 mAh battery, charging a little slower, 45 watts, still faster than Apple's. May reverse wireless charge kay Nothing 2. Parang hindi ko nakita kasi nga wala pa nga masyadong specs kay Fold, kaya wala sila masyadong mapag-usapan. So medyo pasok tong dalawang telepono to sa aking mga expectations. 45 watts for a wire charge is still fast, pero if I can get it faster, better. I'd like it that way. Pero yun, so far so good. So you kind of understand why I like these phones. I'm not too particular about the screen. Hindi ko kailangan ng 2K or 4K or 6K or 8K. Screen, malabo mata ko, so it just needs to be clear enough. It just needs to be smooth enough. Ano sa tingin nyo? Do you think maganda yung choices ko of phones, whether it's the Nothing 2 or the OnePlus Open? Hit me up in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. Let's see. Siguro magiging deciding factor for me to get either phones would be the price. Yun nga, meron nga chismis nga, it's gonna be similar to the like itong si OnePlus Open, it's gonna be similar to the Fold. And with that design would also be the price. Kasi nga to si Pixel sana okay na rin sana, pero $1,800 US dollars is such a steep price for a 5-year phone. So yeah, again, it's gonna be the Pixel Open. It's gonna be the OnePlus Open or the Nothing 2. You let me know what you're gonna get, or if you agree with my options. Let's talk. That's it for today's video. Catch you tomorrow. Bye bye.